Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Heart, our English language programme here on Angelus TV. I'm Sister Mary, and my guest this afternoon is a former pupil of mine who has become the football analyst for Romania and has introduced some amazing things into that world. Just like to give a brief bio. Maybe Marius, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Sister, for the invitation, and I say hello to everybody.
Great to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So, at the moment, you've been working as a football analyst,
Yes.
a match analyst. You've worked for the national team of Romania.
Yes.
For Cluj, for Craiova, and other clubs too. I think some of the things that are very important have been that you've had 250 games in all the competitions, the Championship League, the Europe League, Conference League, European qualifications. Excuse me, I'm not that familiar with all these
Don't worry,
titles.
it's very nice.
But one I notice is the Romanian Super Cup.
Yes, yes.
And you introduced into Romania all the top match analysis procedures. All those pre-game, the game, the after-game, half-time, with drones even, filming the training with drones. Your personal life, you're married, you belong to the Popești-Loden Catholic community. You studied at the Catholic school here in Bucharest,
Yes.
which is where we met, and you have a large number of hobbies, I remark.
Yeah.
Reading, the stock market,
Yeah.
movies, music, cars, and you're a bit of a philanthropist.
Yes, I try with my possibilities to help and to do what, for example, you did to me when I was a kid.
Oh, thank you, Marius.
You're welcome, Sister.
Oh. So, Marius, can you tell us a little bit about how football entered your life? Speak to us a little bit about this passion that you have. How has it affected you?
Yes, so for me, football started since 3 years, 4 years, when my mother was bringing me to the game, because my father was a football player. He was playing in the third league of Romania. Also, my grandfather, who was a teacher, had a great passion for football, and somehow God gave me this gift to be like a combination between my grandfather with the teacher part and my father, who was a football player. Now what I can do is to analyze both of them.
Oh, wow. So both at the teaching and passing on skills, but the passion that was in you, even as a child.
Yes, it was like in my DNA, because I have memories with from the 3 years old, 4 years old, when I stay at the fence and just looking my father. He was a goalkeeper. And I was just looking games, and I remember a lot of good things. He was going with me in the trainings, to go with me in the dressing rooms, and also to know the player. Me as a kid, I was fascinated about that. And when I grew up and I started to study here in St. Joseph High School, I was just asking to my father to put me in a team and to start to practice football. And from that, I was just dreaming with the eyes open. I did almost everything to arrive as a football player. My dream was to play for Romania national team, but I couldn't reach this dream. And after that, I was just asking to God through pray. God, please, can you illuminate me what I can do after my football career? And he said to me, through signs, through good people, hey, I think you should do this match analysis, because you are somehow inherited your grandfather's skills as a teacher.
And what struck me as you were speaking there, and as we've spoken just recently, is this word passion. And because of the religious connection with passion, involves a love affair almost with something, but also a pain and a suffering. When we really are passionate about something, It
Yes.
brings us both that love that's blazing in us, but also it brings its moments of suffering.
Of suffering, yes, yes. Unfortunately, my childhood dream didn't arrive at the finish because I wasn't even a good player, you know. And I wanted to fulfill this dream, going in another way with analysis. But also this come with a lot of pain, you know, because there are a lot of extra hours. You work all the time with people who are not all the time have very good intentions. It's also struggling to learn about the opponent, about yourself, because you have to develop very well. And in all this fight that I had after I finished my football career to develop as analyst were 3 years. When I did a lot of sacrifices for example, I had to learn 2 foreign languages, and I would like to thank you to you and to the Catholic school, because also when I was there, they were teaching us a lot of foreign languages. There were good manners, discipline, to be humble, and this merit I would give it to the Catholic school.
Yeah, so you acknowledge
yes.
really where some of the qualities that you've needed were.
Yes, I had it from the school and from the period that I was youth there in my 5th and 8th grades.
And we have a newspaper cutting of you in 1998, I think it is.
Yes.
That young boy.
Yes.
And the article said something about, you know, we need to react against the cuts or whatever. You were there kind of making your mark,
yes.
even as that 11-year-old.
Yes, yes. Tell me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to butt in so quickly.
Yeah.
But I was reading as you know, I don't know that much about football, but I do know that Pope Francis loves football.
Yes. I love him also.
You like him too?
I love him also.
Okay, so I'm going to quote something that he said. He said that in sport, the most beautiful thing is gratuitousness, the beauty of playing together. And so he insisted that victory on the field is not the most important thing. That's not the ultimate goal. The victory, the true victory, is playing the game together all the way through, playing as a team. That, he said, is the most beautiful thing in football. I think he said it about sport in general. Yeah. Marius, do you agree? What do you find beautiful when you're analysing team play?
Yes, for me, in the first instance, I would like to agree with Pope Francis, because I discovered this unity about football here, even here, playing football in the breaks, in between 2 hours. We were just a bunch of kids who have 10 minutes of freedom between English hour and the mathematics hour, and we reached together and we just share this passion to play football together. I think from that moment I realized the beauty of football, and also going forward, this passion grew in myself, and I started to love the game more and more. For me, football as a fan, I put aside the part with the analysis and ex-football player. It means a lot of emotions, because the people want to feel good, to feel happy, to attach together with a team that wins the game, and to feel part of something bigger.
Yeah, feeling part. Is that why it has remained so popular, so accessible? Because it's a sport where you see children in poor areas get together, play football, people with money.
I remember, sorry for interrupting, I remember even myself being like that, like a kid with no boots inside and just a short and a t-shirt, drawing the number and the name with the carioca, you know.
Ah,
And from that part, I think Pope Francis was referring to this, that football is and will be accessible for every kid in the world. And this is so nice.
Yeah, and I imagine that when I see the crowds and when you are, there's a picture actually here, I think, or maybe it's even a video of the stadium, the Olympic Stadium in London.
Yes.
West Ham.
West Ham United,
were there.
yes, yes.
And the crowds, there's something about, is it that we need or to belong to a tribe? What is it that gives so much joy?
It is a difficult question, and I will relate the response with the God. I think about that we want to feel the joy together. If you feel the joy inside of one room, but you're alone, the joy, it's not 100%. But when you share the joy with the others, the joy of believing in Christ, the joy to celebrate a goal, I think it's twice better.
Yeah. So I suppose it's almost an antidote for the times we live in, where so many people are retreating into technology.
Yes, I think technology has good parts and also very bad parts. I think would be very nice if we can introduce to the kids like an educational program, for example, how to navigate on the internet, and to show them the good path to use the internet and so on.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of times now your faith.
Yes.
Would you be happy to speak about the importance of that in your life?
Yes.
In the way that's comfortable for you?
Yes, it will be, I'm a little bit emotional when I speak about faith. I remember first time it was my grandfather who was a teacher, like I told you before. But the curiosity is that my grandfather was studying here in the Saint Joseph Theological Building, and it was so nice for me to know God through my grandfather, because my grandfather was bringing me to the school here, and also I was first time with him in a church. He was presenting me God as he saw it, and I started to develop my sincere relation with God at 7 or 8 years when I received the communion. I was following the catechism, you know. And since I start this to know God, it was for me like a thirsty, because I was feeling thirsty. I don't know why, but when I started to meet God, I was thinking like I discover something magical. Something magical. And I was also very emotional when I received my first communion, because it was like a big event for me, because I understood that through God you can heal and you can reach the heaven. Just imagine for a kid to somebody tell him, hey, Marius, you can reach the heaven loving him, listening to him. And for me it was, yes, I want to love you, God, all of my life. Unfortunately, I lost a little bit faith until the age of 32, 33, when I faced some difficulties in the life that He gave it to me, and I lost a little bit the faith and the path that I was almost 30 years. But somehow God gave me the second chance, and suffering a surgery, I was feeling alone. And in that moment, I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm so sorry, please give me another chance. I don't want to die, you know. And I was a little bit scared, and through this situation from my life, I realized that I did a little bit mistake, going a little bit far to him, and not thanking him every day for the gifts that he gave us every day, and he gave us every day. And I just put in the knees and ask for forgiveness and promise that this time I will be with him forever.
Oh, Marius, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I brought here some pictures of the prodigal son, really.
Yes.
Because what you're saying is something like that.
Yes, it's true. I was feeling like the prodigal son, and I tell you the truth. When after the surgery, I just put in the knees in my perpetually ordained church. The Christ was on the cross, and I just cried and begged for another chance. Hey, my Father, look, I know you gave me a lot of talents. Look, right now I'm an analyst. Okay, I'm not married, but I want a wife. You know, please, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, God, look, I'm really sorry. And I started to cry. And after that, I just said Tatăl nostru, which is our basic prayer. And I just begging for forgiveness and promise to him that, you know, it is a little bit difficult.
I understand, and I appreciate you daring to share such an intimate experience.
Yes, look, I want to be an example for the others, but not in an egoistic way, you know. I just want to share my story with other people, just to understand that it's very important from my side, and from my part of view, to keep the relation with God as close as possible, as near as possible, as sensible as possible, and because the God is there to listen to us.
Yeah.
Even if we make mistakes, He is all the time waiting for us, like the father with the prodigal son, and to put His hands on our shoulders, you know,
Yes.
with one boot and on the other side without the boot, and with the clothes broken, and He just put His hands to feel the love that He wants to give to us, and also the big gifts that He gives to us, but not in a materialistic way, you know. He has some special gifts for us, and we have just to ask, just to search, just to feel, just to beg. It's not like He is on the top of the roof and we are down. All the time, when we pray to Him, He just let off everything and He put down with us, taking us, like, you know, embracing, and hey, my son, look. Yeah. I know you did a mistake, I know, but I want from you now on to be near me and not to pray to me, just believe in me and I will do wonders for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm feeling about this, about the faith.
Yes, yes. And
never lose the faith. This is it. For me, it's like never lose the faith, no matter if you go through difficult situation like I was with the operation, or maybe without the club and not working, or maybe didn't find the path in life, because a lot of children these days, they don't find the path. When you don't find the path, I can give you an advice to everybody what to do, because I know a lot of people are looking for the answers, you know. And I was looking for the answers at 26, 25, 27. I even worked in a toy store, because I didn't find my path. And in that time, I was just praying at the God, please God, can you show me the way? Can you show me the path? And I just pray and wait. And after that, I pray and wait. Somehow God sent in my life good people, illuminate me, and I find the path very fast, very easy, and from that moment my career started to grow. But everything that I have now, I can truly from the bottom of my heart say to you that he is the boss, he is the best, he is the king.
That's cool. Yeah. Thank you for that. And of course, we all stray from the path. There isn't one of us watching this show or listening who hasn't had that same feeling of, let me get back. Thank you for giving me that faith. So God seems to have gifted you with this power to not just analyse matches, but to analyse what is going on in you. And
yes, but everything is through the power of God. Because if you want to have the power, just ask him, God, give me power to do that, and he will give it to you.
And have you done any analysis on how we can improve relationships? You know, when we look back on our life and we analyse it, if we say that, use the same word, there is much to learn. I think in Ignatian spirituality, when we talk about the examen in the evening, we're looking back over our day and trying to give thanks for what has been good, to note where we could have been more loving, and to try and start again in a microcosm of what your story is.
Yes, every night I do when I pray with my wife, because I invite you everybody to pray together, because that in this way your prayer will be double, will be better, because God loves us to pray together.
And this thing about together is coming back again. It's like the football.
Yes, it seems like it's there like a communion between these two things. And analyzing, I don't use analyze to analyze my wife or to analyze myself. I just look for the patterns that can exist in behavior of me or her, but I don't do it on purpose, never, because I don't want to involve the professional way of myself with the sensible way that I am and I feel, and I want to separate the things. But somehow, maybe subconsciously, we can make a joke right now. I can analyze her from some point of view, and I try to make her better. But you know, I don't try to make her better, because the power is all the time from
we
God.
can only change ourselves, can't we? You know, when we look back and we analyze, as you said, that we can't condemn, and we had last Sunday's gospel about the woman caught in adultery, but we have a tendency to want to condemn others or find fault with them. But it's really to change our own behavior, isn't it?
All the time I invite everybody, and I invite also myself, not to judge others, and all the time to try to improve ourselves and our faith. And when we fall, we can go with the confidence to God and to ask for forgiveness and to start again with a clean heart, because I think some difficulty in our life come because of the sin. Because the sin makes us not so beautiful in the eyes of God and also in our own eyes.
But I'm wondering whether maybe God looks on us, though, with different eyes from how we imagine, that maybe God is looking on us, regretting how we are moving away and longing, as in that picture of the prodigal son, to reach out to us and bring us back. We've not got very much longer, so can we just touch a little bit and wonder, you know, we talk about the synod process at the moment and the synodal church and so on, and been reading the analysis, so maybe it's not analysis, but a review of the process. What do you think we can learn as church from football, from the football world? You know, I mean, as we came along the corridor, you were mentioning how the church needs sort of influences, really, or people who can do the same kind of thing that you're doing in football, trying to bring out the best.
Yes.
Can you think of any parallels? The one that comes to me is of this teamwork of working together.
Yes.
That we're, as far as I'm aware, in what I've read, we're being invited to this communion. You know, there's a mission, there's the participate. We're all invited to participate in football.
Yes.
Everyone has their
Has the rights to be there.
Everyone has the right to
Yes.
be there.
So this, I think, I don't want to give advice to anybody, you know, because I'm just a simple and humble Christian who loves God, and He's very thankful for everything that He was giving to me or He's giving to me, even if it's good, even if it's bad. If I do His way, I'm very happy. And speaking about the process of synod, like you said, I think the most important is to have this unity and teamwork. I think this is the most important thing. The second one is to use the energy of the youth who are believing in God and to start to put and work together in the name of God. And the third thing that I would see helpful, let's say, is us as Christians to get unified with the priests, with the monks, and to start to educate the new generation in the name of God. Because with all the distractions that are today, the kids, in my opinion, they are lost, a little bit lost, a little bit more lost. And I think we as an adults and the Christians the same, I think we have the duty to get closer to her and to him, and to start not to get involved too much in their lives, but to show them another way.
All right.
The way
Their
of God.
way. Yeah.
Because I think the new generation is suffering a lot because they don't have models, they don't believe in nothings, they are doing bad things too early. And I think we have the duty, that we were students here in the Saint Joseph or Sfânta Teresa, for example, or the priest. I think we can be united together and to start to educate the kids since the first grade, since the kindergarten, for example, and to get them, show them who is Jesus.
Yeah.
And what He can do for us as human beings, but more of this, what He can do for our hearts.
Yeah, and maybe the young people need to know that their voice matters.
Yes.
Because they, for instance, in the whole digital era, the young people are way in advance. Maybe they can teach us how to
For sure, they are smarter than us.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I see a bit of a pendulum swing, that I see a number of young people who are looking for a form of community, a form of sitting together, of discussing without the phone in
the face. Yes, but I think regarding this, they don't have another alternative, you know, because if we can offer them another alternative, if we share them affection, if we can share to them that God is great, maybe they will choose God.
Yeah. Okay. So I think on that note, we probably have to stop, Marius, because but I'd just like to really thank you, really appreciate you taking time out from your normal life to come and talk to us, not just about football, but about your faith, which is so inspiring.
Yes, thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more programs coming your way. Thank you. Bye.